So the point of me making this live was basically I realized today that I have nothing to offer a man. Nothing. And I feel like it took, number one, it took me 32 years to realize it because I just found that out today. So I was today years old when I realized it. And then it took me a lot of pride swallowing to be able to admit it. I'm going to tell you why I feel the way I feel. This is not based off anyone else. This is only based off myself. But I just wanted to share it just in case it may help somebody else. I feel like I don't have anything to offer to a man because a man asked me what I had to offer him. And it was the way he asked that made me realize that I don't. He simply stated, I realize that you're single, but tell me what would I benefit from having you as my woman? Now, outside of the basics like, oh, I look nice, I can cook, I work, I didn't have nothing else to offer. And the reason I realized that I didn't is because I got to thinking about myself. And all I've been doing for so many years is just working and taking care of kids.
Welcome to the S.Banks&JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm joined with my co-host,
JD Network.
And we've got some great videos for you today. It's a great topic. A woman realized she brings nothing to the table, toxic women, cheating, and much more. So we have a series of things we're going to talk about today. We've got, 4 videos?
Yep.
Yeah, my memory serves me correct. So we've got 4 videos. I have seen the videos before. So my reaction might not be shocked, but for some of you that's listening and watching, you are going to be shocked. But I think with a lot of women today that as they get older and they hit the epiphany stage, as they hit the wall and the wall is real. Some women believe that the wall isn't real, but when they actually get there, then it's sort of like, you know what? I want to settle down now, but that's the dilemma. That's the dilemma. They should have cashed out. Oh, now she wants to cash out. So anyways, man, we got some dope videos for you today, so stay tuned. But what do you want to add before we play those clips for you?
Today, I'm going to dive right in.
All right, man, no doubt. So without further delay, we're going to play clip number 1 and we'll come back and we're going to have that conversation. So here's clip number 1.
I don't need anything from you. If you're broke, just say that. I don't need a man to pay for anything. If you're insecure, just say that. It's giving insecurity. Are you insecure, yes or no?
I'm not insecure, I'm just saying.
You said you're an alpha female?
I'm an alpha female.
What does that mean?
It means men are normally intimidated by me. So this thing cost me $60. It was literally just a high school portfolio.
Oh, no way. That's crazy.
You're just like every other guy trying to police a woman's body. And apparently his sister is getting married next March to this guy. But he apparently was involved in like some type of drug raid.
Do you feel this energy? Don't affect my crystal with your negative energy.
Can I give you like a hug?
I don't hug on the first date. I have boundaries. And so all of a sudden I'm all, okay, you're honestly just crazy because
You're giving off very much disgusting energy, and I'm not f***ing with it.
I'm a female entrepreneur. I'm a CEO.
Oh, you Virgos make me so mad.
I make my own hours. I cut my own checks.
No, you see,
I pay my own taxes.
you never listen to what I have to say. You never listen to my feelings. You literally, why aren't you looking at me while I'm talking to you?
Sorry, I'm listening.
So what do you do? What do you do?
I'm a lash tech and I dabble in influencing.
You dabble in influence.
I'm a micro influencer. You're bringing insecure.
There's energy in this room that's not good, and it's not mine.
I get an 89.4 in the class. I get an 89.4 in this class, right?
It was the mansplaining for me because you tried to tell me how to do it right.
Just don't post that type of shit.
So now you're body shaming me. This is just like this little dick energy. Do you have a problem with strong women?
Okay. That was the end of clip number 1. And watching and listening to that, that's the perfect depiction of how women are today. So thumbs up to them. They got it spot on. Obviously it's humorous, the acting, but in real life, this is what men have to deal with.
Yeah.
This is normal. So I can understand why men choose to not date. They don't want to take women out on dates. They don't want to be in committed relationships. Even if they wanted to, they can't take women seriously. Now, I'm generalizing. I'm not saying all women, but a big percentage of women, I'm going to say modern day women,
Yep.
right?
Definitely.
And there's some modern women that are not like that. But some women, they think that they're traditional women, but they're nice modern women.
Yeah.
And maybe they can say, okay, I used to be like that, but I'm not like that anymore. But nonetheless, men still have to deal with this. Then they have to deal with the baggage and the BS. That's just me warming up.
Okay.
What do you think?
My first thought was just shut up. Shut up. Now, as a woman, if I'm thinking that was obviously just a sketch,
Yeah.
but this is how a lot of women are in real life.
Yeah.
And watching that, I just thought, shut up. Although it was funny. It was funny in the sense of,
Yeah.
because you hear it all the time. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
But I just thought, just please, I don't want to hear it anymore. Like, this is what fellas have to look forward to. If they haven't started dating yet, and then you want to date or try it out or whatever.
But the ones that have started,
This is what they
the
deal
ones
with.
that haven't started dating yet,
This
they're
is
getting off easy.
Yeah, but this is what to look forward to. This is what you got. So the fellas that have already started dating, they're thinking, I can't do this, because a lot of women are just too much. They're too much.
I think a lot of women are jealous of men. They're jealous of the power. You know, men was the first. And I think secretly women want to be women but have the power of men. Put in the comments if you agree or you disagree with me. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Do that.
What do you think about that though?
I think that is true. I agree with you. I agree with you, definitely. They want the power. Yeah, I would say that they still want to be women, but they just want to hold the same power men do. Now, for a second, if you go back to Adam and Eve,
Yep.
who came first? The man.
Yeah.
Although women are good at what we're good at,
What's that then? What are women good at?
it varies. It varies. I'm gonna leave it there. It varies, but
For YouTube guidelines, see, I don't even want to go into all of that. What are women good at?
women are good at.
I know what women can be good
stuff.
for. And I know a lot of people are going to call me a misogynist because I haven't said anything yet, but they're going to call me a misogynist. But what are women good at? I know what they're good for. Fellas, you feel me? But I'm just saying.
They're good at stuff.
Exactly.
Anyway, the man came first. So he's good at everything. If you think about it. Okay, let's give one example. Women will say, I'm a good cook. I'm good at cooking.
Yeah.
Obviously that was more of our job back in the day.
But men are the best chefs. The best chefs in the world are men.
What you're taking my content, man.
Feel free. I had to interject there, but
That's
all right,
just-
I won't say anything.
That's exactly what I was going to say anyway.
Go on.
I was going to say that men are typically better chefs than women. Not
But
to
are
say
everything.
that, but that's my whole point from what I said before. Men came first. You've been pretty much given everything. Women came after. We are good at stuff, but not everything. So I'm not writing us out, because this is also, I'm talking about myself as a woman, but men are just better. You was made first. If you get what I'm trying to say, people.
No,
I ain't trying to be rude.
No, I don't think a lot of people get what you're trying to say.
I ain't trying to be rude. I ain't trying to put women down or anything, because that would be putting myself
First
down.
of all, man, I'll say this, man. On this podcast, we say what we say.
I said what I said. I ain't gonna take it back.
I don't.
I'm just
It is what it is. I'm saying what I'm saying. If you disagree, put in the comments. Like, I'm not attacking nobody personally. That's not what we do here. You know, we don't shame nobody. But insane shame. Women like to use sign language and shame men into not having standards. Just like what you saw in that clip. You know, like, so if a dude questions anything, he's not feeling something. Like, if I go on a date, a woman says she wants to be equal to a man.
yeah.
But then we go on a date, you want to go Dutch.
No, you don't want to go
no.
Dutch.
Exactly. Thanks for the correction. So the man wants to go Dutch. I don't know you. I want to go Dutch. You want equality, right? So then let's pay 50-50. She says, no, you want me to be traditional and you're a modern woman. So then didn't you want to go 50-50? Pick one. You might feel a certain way and act different.
That's the thing. They want they
Come
want
on.
equality in whatever they want equality in when it suits them.
So what exactly? So when it suits them, so when it's something that benefits them, that's when it's all good. When it doesn't benefit them, then hey, equality
Yep.
or whatever crap they come up with.
Make it make sense.
I'm just saying. What else do you want to add? I don't want to go too ham today, but yeah.
Okay. For all the modern, I'm independent, feminist,
Boss
I'm
chicks.
a PhD, boss chicks,
Yeah.
alpha females out there. This is how all of you sound to everyone else in the world. This is how you sound. Because not everyone is like this. Not every female is like this. But I'm letting the females who are like this know what you just heard is how you sound. So when guys go on a date with you, link you, whatever the situation is, and this is what they hear, and they don't really talk to you, kind of ghost you, this is kind of the reason why. That's why I said it's a perfect depiction of how the modern woman is.
So socially, a lot of people, men and women, don't get it. And this is why there's this thing called self-awareness. So if you're not self-aware and can reflect and look in the mirror and say, just like you said, it's a perfect depiction of how women are. And they pretty much hit the nail on the head, right? So if that's how women are, and some women don't realize that's how they are, you're supposed to look in the mirror and say, you know what? The outcomes that I want, I'm not getting it based on my actions. They always complain and say, it's the men, it's the men, it's the men. But you're the common denominator. If one woman has dated 10 men and those 10 men, she hasn't closed the deal, i.e. long-term relationship commitment, those men haven't stayed around past bedroom fun. The problem is you. You can't turn around and say, oh man, men ain't ish. Because you don't have no self-awareness. And some people socially just don't get it. And then they're gonna keep going around in circles and circles until they're old. And then now she wants to cash out. That's when she humbles herself.
Do you know what's funny?
Go on.
I don't think that sound will ever get old. It just fits in everything.
I have to say it all the time, but it's the truth
I
though.
know.
It's the truth. Like relationships today have plummeted,
It has.
right? And that's the note. So relationships today have plummeted. And the obvious reason is, for me, men, there's no substance in women. And don't get me wrong, what I would say as far as the men, I'm not saying it's all women, because I would say this. If women act a certain way, it's down to the men, right? Because men are weaker, a better term of words. So men are a lot weaker today. Women have to deal with these kind of men. And because the men are a lot weaker, they accept this BS. They accept lower standards just to get some vajayjay. There's men that are virgins 30 years old.
Yeah.
30 years old and you're still a virgin.
The percentage has actually gotten higher for men
and
who are virgins.
And the thing is this, right? The powers that be want men to be more feminine, more weaker, because it's about a business. It's money, right? So they make money because women spend. So they make money. So they want men to spend just like women. You see what I'm saying? So we certainly say here anyway, but I don't want to go too much into that.
Yeah, don't.
You know, but it's the truth though. We have to give some context in why we're saying what we're saying.
Yeah.
So that's part of the reasons. That's part of the factors. What do you think? People put in the comments, what do you think the reasons are to why relationships today are going down, down, down? Men don't want them. Women don't want them neither. They're happy to be on the carousel wheel, do what they do. I'm living my truth.
I'm living my best life.
What do you think?
Sometimes women are just too much to handle.
Okay.
Go
Hold
on.
up a second. Let's switch gears. What do you think about the men as a female? What? Give me your thoughts on the men. What do you, as in, what women have to deal with today? Because yes, we can say, yeah, women are this and women are that, and for the most part, that may be true. But to even it out a little bit, yo, you got some men out there that's just, boy, they're just different. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah, there are very different men out there.
Yeah.
Different on a crazy scale. On a crazy scale. I think men today are just soft. They're
soft. There's no substance.
That's the nicest way to.
So
it's the nicest way to say it.
Men are just as bad as the females.
Some of them are, yeah.
Exactly. You got some dudes that they don't live by themselves. They don't make any money. They dress whack, no swag. And then they're talking about their 9 out of 10. They say, I'm a king. And just because they're a man, they believe a woman's supposed to bow down to them. Or men are supposed to be the natural leaders, right? But you have to qualify to lead.
Yeah.
This is in my opinion. Some may disagree. Put in the comments if you disagree with me. But men need to qualify to lead. You need to show raw. Okay, if I'm a great leader and people don't follow me good, it's because they're a poor follower. There's that dynamic as well, right?
Well, yeah.
So there's poor followers. Some people you just can't change. But I'm saying with men nowadays, they're lacking and they're whiny and they moan about little things, and
because they're acting like
some
women.
but some dudes now is hearing what I'm saying. They were liking when we were saying what we're saying about the females, and when we're saying what we're saying about the men now, unsubscribe.
Yep.
See,
Yes.
I rubbed you the wrong way
Yes.
because I spoke facts.
Not everyone, whether you're female or male, not everyone's gonna like what we say, right? But it is the truth.
Yeah.
Just like you said, and I'm happy you said it. Fellas, some fellas, obviously not all. I know some men are not touchy like that. Some men are. Well, that's kind of the ones we're talking about. But anyway, fellas, a lot of you are just soft now. Kind of acts like women. You're just bitchy. You're bitchy. You talk behind people's back.
Gossip.
Yes.
Okay.
You talk behind people's back. You're like mad emotional. Not saying men can't be emotional. Just got to put that out there. As in have emotion.
You know, you're a human being, so you're supposed to have emotions.
But a lot of men are emotional, like women are emotional.
But I will say, women today, they bring nothing to the table. If I say, what do you bring to the table? They find that offensive, and they bring much less than their grandmothers and their mothers.
Yeah.
But they expect more.
Yeah.
They do nothing and expect more. That's just silly to me.
They just want to sit pretty.
Yeah. Like a trophy. Same thing we'd said in one of the podcasts, right?
Yeah.
And I want to tag a podcast, right? When reality hits delusional women, we will tag that podcast in there as well. So it will give you some context in regards to what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
But what else do you want to add before we jump to the next clip?
I have a little bit to say.
Yeah.
First of all, the modern women that the woman was depicting in the video, if you are like this, to be honest, you're more than a headache. You're more like a migraine. And a lot of men don't want to hear it.
Ibuprofen.
You're gonna need anodine. But anyway, they're more like a migraine. And some people take it offensively, but it is true.
Yeah.
I'm sure people will put in the comments, yeah, these women nowadays are their headache. I'm gonna say migraine.
And I'll say women, put in the comments what you think the problems are with men.
Yeah, do that as well. Yes. Another thing I'll say, if you see how the women say, oh, men ain't shit and all of that stuff, right? If you don't need a man and men ain't shit, why don't you, like, why do you bother men? Leave men alone. Did you realize that a lot of these women will say stuff like that, but then they're complaining about what men do all the time?
Yeah.
But then men ain't shit. I don't need no man. Whatever phrases they have.
What it is that society's made, Western society and society in general has made it, men have made society so comfortable for women that they're able to speak this way. Women couldn't live to their natural existence without the assistance of men.
Yeah.
So men built, we do what we do. We're the ones that ensure that you live a cushy little life. That's the reason why you talk like this. And a lot of women talk like this because it's first world problems. If you go to other cultures, other countries that's not so Western, that's more patriarchy, they value their men and they understand the dynamic of life. I think over here in the West, it's first world problems that we're dealing with and all this isms, you know, and that's the last thing that I'll say. And I've got many more things, but I'm not even gonna.
I got one more thing,
Yeah, man,
just to say very quickly.
Do that, and then we'll jump to the next video.
To the fellas, leave these type of women alone. I would say run and run some more, and don't look back. Don't engage or give attention to these women. Okay, I have an example. If you give no attention to these kind of women, obviously you can holler at other women that don't act like that.
Yeah.
But these sort of women, for just for 1 year, if every man in the world done that for 1 year, you will see how quick these women will come running back. They'll come running back saying sorry with their puppy dog eyes.
That's true.
I'm so sorry.
That's true, but a lot of men don't have standards. Women think collectively, men think every man for himself.
Yeah.
So in saying that, I might say to a group of men right now, this is the problems, this is the way we might agree, what you just said. The men there's going to say, yeah. Tutu's a girl, called him up, hey, big Ed, we saying to come over, yeah, I'm there.
Because you're too fast and you're too hungry.
Because men's standards are a lot lower now. So I'll just say that on that.
Okay. The women will come running back, beg him. And there is actually a podcast that we done called Jordan Peterson, Women Have Been Lied To. Check that video out of our podcast.
We'll tag that in the description below so you can watch that and tell us what you think as well. And definitely add your comments on that. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. We will give you like a couple of seconds to do that. There you go. Anyways, continue your point. Then we're going to play clip number 2.
Yes, I was just saying, in that video, there's a woman who is begging for a man. So she's now in her later ages, and she is so desperate to have a man because she was a feminist.
Yeah.
As they thought feminism was so great.
Yeah.
She's now in her later age begging for a man to the point where she says she don't care what man she gets as long as he's breathing.
As long as he has a pulse.
As long as he has a pulse. So go and check that video out,
Yeah.
and you will see what we're talking
We'll tag
about.
that. Well, without further delay, we're going to move across to the next video. And here's clip number 2. And this is, before I even go into it, clip number 2 is a 3-minute video or around that mark. I'm not going to interrupt the video for time reasons. I want you to get the full context of it. But without further delay, here's clip number 2.
So the point of me making this live was basically, I realized today that I have nothing to offer a man. Nothing. And I feel like it took, number one, it took me 32 years to realize it, because I just found that out today. So I was today years old when I realized it. And then it took me a lot of pride swallowing to be able to admit it. I'm going to tell you why I feel the way I feel. This is not based off anyone else. This is only based off myself. But I just wanted to share it just in case it may help somebody else. I feel like I don't have anything to offer to a man because a man asked me what I had to offer him. And it was the way he asked that made me realize that I don't. He simply stated, I realize that you're single, but tell me, what would I benefit from having you as my woman? Now, outside of the basics, like, oh, I look nice, I can cook, I work, I didn't have nothing else to offer. And the reason I realized that I didn't is because I got to thinking about myself, and all I've been doing for so many years is just working and taking care of kids. I don't know necessarily what I'm into, so there goes hobbies. I'm not necessarily sure my feminine level of energy, because majority of my relationships, I wore the pants. So how can you, as a woman, offer to be a woman to a man if you've never fully been a woman? I am a woman because I'm a female, but I'm talking about like actually be a woman, like to a man. I've never experienced that, so I don't know what that feels like. So I can't honestly say that I have anything to offer as far as a woman outside of just being a woman. So that means all I really do have to offer is some pussy because I'm a woman and we have one. That's really not enough. I can't honestly say I can offer you a nurturing environment because I'm too frustrated about the children that I have and the lack of help that I have with them. So it's like I can't necessarily be so nurturing to you when I'm frustrated at the amount of nurturing that I'm already doing. So therefore, I know I can't offer you that. I can offer cooking for you, but then to me, it comes at a price, because if you're coming and you're sitting and you're eating my food and you're not providing any of it, I'm a feel away. So now I'm offering you bitterness. That's not anything a man wants. Why would you want a bitter female? Well, I'm bitter because of my own merits. So it's not your job to fix the bitterness. It's my job to fix. As much as I want a man to come to me ready, able to provide, work, and handle himself, I think that me as a female, I need to have my emotions in check, because if a man wants peace, I don't have any because I'm frustrated. I'm bitter, I'm emotional, I'm upset. So I made this video because today I realized that I don't have anything to offer a man outside of good looks. And I learned that I don't want a man for just his looks. So how can I be so selfish and only offer a bare minimum and expect so much? That is some unfair shit. Now, I don't know about all these other females. Other females may not agree or even feel the way I feel.
Okay, that's the end of clip number 2.
Yep.
Yeah, to piggyback off the last bit of what she said, yeah, a lot of women probably feel like how she feels but not want to admit it. But, in saying that, my first thought on that is, oh, now she wants to cash out. And this is what happens to a lot of women. They go through a lot of Brads and Chads or Pookies and Ray Rays. Then they hit the epiphany stage around 25 to 30. And then they want something stable. And then they find the closest beta male, one of their beta male orbiters most likely, or some sucker that will take them and their baggage. And then that man to that woman is an insurance policy. She has a lot of baggage as far as emotional baggage, turmoil. She's not used to stability, something stable. She's used to a rocky road, a roller coaster. So when a man is bringing system, order, and structure to that particular woman, that seems abnormal to her. That's out of this world to her. He seems controlling. How many times have you heard that? When a man brings system, order, and structure, oh, he's controlling. Because you can't take his leadership. She said it herself. The dudes that she dated in the past, she was in a leadership position. So these were men possibly without substance. She had to provide for them. She's always had to be in that masculine position.
Yeah.
So she has to unlearn that, like so many women.
Yep.
What do you want to add?
I firstly want to add that not many women admit that they bring nothing to the table, because I'm sure people have seen many videos or seen it in person or know somebody who, when people ask them that question, they say, I am the table.
It's offensive to women for a man to say, what do you bring to the table? So I commend her for even being honest and just being realistic and saying, do you know what? I've been dating a while. And she's 33. And
yeah, or 32.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think she's 33, right? She's in her 30s. She's epiphany stage anyway, nonetheless. And she's been dating a while. It's not working. So definitely she's done some form of work. But what tends to happen in that situation is women get to that point in their life, that age, where they sometimes hit the wall, or they're approaching it. And there's always a guy that they like.
Yeah.
And then if it was a dude that was just one of her beta male orbiters or any old guy, I don't think she would have cared. But it's because
she wouldn't have come to that realization.
Yeah, it's because she liked that particular guy that said, if I would make you my girlfriend, what can you do for me? Why should I make you my girlfriend?
Yeah.
And it got her thinking.
Yeah, I was going to say that, because she said it's the way he said it. So I'm sure other guys have asked her similar things. But she said the way he said it to me.
Yeah.
So that shows you that she clearly liked this one more than the others.
Yeah, so she liked him, and she come to the realization that, bro, what do I bring to the table apart from looks and some vajayjay? Yeah. And it's like, raw. And also, she said she can cook. And I will give her that because many a women can't fry an egg. Many women today can't fry an egg.
They can't boil.
They don't
egg.
wash up their dishes and stuff. No, they can't fry egg, boil egg. They burn water. You see what I'm saying? So
That's
they
crazy.
can't make pasta. And if they make pasta, they're talking about, oh, I just made some Italian. And that may be true. But you never really made Italian now, did you? You say, can you cook? Many things said to me, I can cook. Taste their food, A&E, pump in your stomach. Because their food was nasty. And then, look, I'm not one of them guys go to a chick's house and the chick be like, yeah, what do you think of the food? And I'm like, waiting for her to turn around so I can spit it out. I'll tell you, I ain't feeling this, you know. I even hungry, you know. I don't eat from any and anyone. And how women stay today, they can't cook. So I will give her that as far as being able to cook. And that's according to her.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt on that. Only because she was honest in saying, I don't bring nothing to the table.
Yeah.
Even her baggage of children. Because she's made poor decisions. That one child that she's had, that's a marriage and a divorce. So every child that you have from that particular dude, that's a marriage and a divorce. She hasn't chosen to stay in it. And again, I'm going to say maybe she comes from a single parent household where mommy showed her how to be a woman and she never had the stability of how it is with the dynamic of a man and woman.
Yeah.
I'm talking the proper nuclear family, and the man is masculine, mother is feminine.
Yeah.
And she's seen how to treat a man and how she should act as a woman. And I think a lot of our women today, a lot of sisters don't know that. And that's a fact because 80% of black households are single mothers.
Yep. Definitely true. So many women have underlying issues. So going into from what you just said, they have underlying issues that need to be figured out. Some women don't realize their underlying issues. Some women realize it, but don't realize how deep their issues are. For this lady, she's going into, I guess, a rehab time. So she's realized these are my problems. I can't offer a man anything right now.
Yeah.
I need to now do the work to better myself. She's obviously pushed it because she's in her 30s, but she's realized and she hopefully she does the work and changes how she is to possibly hopefully get someone.
You're saying that from a theory perspective, but in practical terms, right? Society says women can do no wrong. So then if society and so many people say to women that you're not the problem, he is. He should accept you as you are. And then when men say I have standards, sign language, right? Shaming, insults, guilt, they need to be right.
Yeah.
So then how does a woman know she lives in a bubble? How does she know that she's wrong when society tells her, hey, because sisters ain't being critiqued?
No, but I'm saying in regards to her, she's realizing that
I understand. I understand with her.
Lots of other women,
But that's my point. So generally, if women are told that they're the ish, this means they can't see any wrong. And when they do get critiqued, they say, who are you to say these things to me?
Yeah.
Because other women, the sisterly code, the gynocracy, coaches women on to say, oh, you're perfect. You're the prize. A man should accept this bad behavior. But the truth is this. Stats say men's not, because men ain't getting married as much. Men's not dealing with this. A lot of men are walking away. When I say men earlier, when I said men that are 30 years old still being virgins, it's because they're just not dealing with it. Some of them, yes, are lame, and some of them are just not dealing with it.
Yeah.
So then, for me, how does a woman move forward when the gynocracy or society says you can do no wrong?
It's a difficult one because if you are not open-minded as well, it's I doubt a lot of women are even going to think on that level. Lucky for her, she's realized and come to terms, and she said it's been like a hard pill to swallow.
Truth hurts.
It is, yeah. And she's self-reflecting.
Yeah.
Just from the question that was asked from her, asked to her. I would say in regards to steps, I would say therapy.
That's a big thing.
You need healing from your wounds
Yes.
throughout your lifetime, and you need to get that mind right.
Yeah, you need to unlearn a lot of the things that you learned in your past. And for me, if a woman just brings looks and vagina, on every model of every woman, they have the same thing. And if that's all you're bringing to the table, what incentive is there for a man to stay past bedroom fun?
Yeah.
There's no incentive for him to be committed to you long term. So then why would he do that? So then if women are saying, I'm the ish, I am the table, you're a two-legged table that doesn't stand straight, you fall over. You see what I'm saying? So why would men want to do that? That doesn't make any sense. Then society, throw in the mix, society, you can do no wrong. Why would a man want to do that?
It just like when it comes to your health and weight. My second thing to do to help yourself is going to the gym.
Yes.
So there's also a percentage of obese and morbidly obese women of today. I think I'm going to speak to the sisters on this. They're going to probably get the pitchforks out, but I've got to speak to them first and then we branch out. So don't quote me, right? But I'm sure the stats is something like this. 80% of all women in the black community is overweight. Yeah.
60% of those women is obese.
Yes.
So when you break that down, that's bad. I'm not even going to go too much into it. That's just bad. So what they do is this. They sell you the dream. They pander, a lot of people, the powers that be pander to you and say, if I say what we're saying body shaming. No one's saying that those bigger women don't love themselves or they're bad people.
No.
I'm just saying that you're pushing an unhealthy lifestyle for yourself and for the women that look up to you.
Yeah.
You got influencers, you got the Lizzos, those other bigger women saying, hey, Lizzo got bigger. And she's saying she looks like the ish. But then she says the men that she wants to date Captain America, right? She wants to date, what's his name? Chris Evans, right? Captain America. So she wants to date him, but he don't want to date her. So the men that she wants has to be 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, trim, have nice pee, in shape, leader, all those good things. But then when that guy turns around and says, I want a slimmer woman, I want this, I want that, feminine, peaceful, all the things that men want. How dare you say that about me? How dare you take me as I am? Sign language.
Yes, unfortunately, that is how it goes. The next one I put was to be feminine, because a lot of the modern women of today are very masculine. So you need to get back into your femininity. You need to work on that. You need to work on, instead of being a hyena, to be graceful and soft, instead of being a barking dog. Because men do not want to hear that, ladies. They don't want to hear barking dogs barking at them all the time. They don't want to hear that.
No.
That's why I said earlier that a lot of men see you as a migraine. Oh, I can't take it. Just like in the first clip that we played, and the men were just sitting there and with their push-up face.
Yeah.
They're thinking, oh.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Last thing I said is spirituality.
Yeah.
Get those chakras in line.
You're going above some people's heads.
I am.
I'll say this.
But
as women get older and older, right? They give less and less. Men are merit-based. So we're told from the jump, if you don't level yourself up, you ain't ish, right? So then we know as we get older or as our life progresses, we put more and more in. We know doing less is not proactive and we're not going to get the best outcome and the results from that. Women get older and put less in. So what gets better, that's used over time. But these women want to repackage themselves as a new product, put themselves up on a shelf and even charge more than the new product. So that younger version, that younger 25-year-old you want to charge like you're 21, but then you're 50. A video I want to tag when the epiphany stage gets real. We'll tag that video. It's a woman going through the same pretty much situation as this woman. And I'm not, she's 33, so it's going to be hard for her and she has a child, but at least she's on the path to being open and realizing, you know what?
Yeah.
The outcomes that I want is not working out for me. So I commend her on that. But there's a lot of women that won't learn until they're 50, 60. They talk about, oh, now she wants to cash out.
And
Go on.
there's another podcast we done.
Yeah.
I can't remember it, but I will tag it and put it in the descriptions. It was of a woman, and she was on a podcast, and she was saying that she can reset her coochie.
Oh, factory reset the coochie.
Imagine that. She can factory reset her cooch.
Yeah.
And she was in her 40s.
She's in her 40s.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I will tag that video. Go check that out as well. And like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say many of us, they learn too late. You know, they hit their 30s and 40s, and they learn too late. You know, if you don't hear, you will feel. But
Definitely.
put in the comments what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? But with that being said, let's move on to clip number 3.
No funny shit, but my biggest pet peeve is being ignored. Like, that is the quickest way to get cut the fuck off. Like, that shit is so annoying. Don't ignore me. Don't ignore me. I know you be on your phone. Like, you're...
A few moments later.
Is it me, or do us females always be attracted to the guy that shows us the least respect, least interest, and the least attention, is super emotionally unavailable, wants to be affectionate when he wants to be affectionate, doesn't know how to pick up the phone, texts back when he feels like texting the fuck back, and is probably talking to like 80 different bitches at once? But when it comes to the good guy, it's giving very much, no thank you, I don't want this one. Why do we set ourselves up every time? I'm not understanding. It's like we really only like the that don't give a fuck about us. Literally. Like, no fucks given. That's the one I want. The one that does not give a fuck about me.
What's your thoughts?
That's because they love toxic relationships, drama, all of that good stuff. They thrive off of it.
I'll go back to my point before when I said that society they condition women to think like this because they make more money from the dysfunction. And that's why you hear a lot of women today chatting S like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to see, but this is what men have to deal with. So even if women get the men that they say they want, they will say, well, I'd submit that, you know, their selective femininity, conditional submission, right? They will say, if the dude was 6 figures, 6 foot tall, 6-pack ab, blah, 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 and reeling off their list, and a man met that criteria, she still believes she's the prize and she doesn't have to do anything. So even look at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want people to process that and think about it for a moment. Without Will Smith, she ain't ish. At best, she's like a B, C class actor.
Mm-hmm.
And she tries her best to sabotage him.
Can I just
Go
say
on.
something in
Yeah.
regards to what you just said?
Yeah.
You said at her best, she's a BC class.
Yeah.
That's wild being with Will Smith.
Yes.
If she wasn't with Will Smith,
Yeah.
would she be doing acting at all?
Well, maybe she would be, but not on that level.
Exactly.
She gets the limelight because of him. But the point I'm trying to make is this. Despite her having a high value dude,
Mm-hmm.
women, like the guys that she's talking about, women pine after those kind of men.
Mm-hmm.
Women will drink Will Smith's bathwater. He's not good enough. He can't please her. Shit. If he can't do that, what hope do the rest of us have?
Yeah.
Now, this is what men have to deal with. And if you hook up, if you imagine this is your baby mom, this is your wife. If men take on board one of these women,
Mm-hmm.
you sign that deal and you take on one of these women. You got mini Jada Pinkett in the making, sabotaging every chance
Yep.
you get. There's a battle between the sexes of who's going to be in leadership, who's going to be in control.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man. She doesn't know who should be the leader and who should not be the leader.
That's true.
Nah.
Women, they love emotional turmoil.
Yeah.
They love that. If you ask, like, I've seen many times, right, videos of the younger generation, the females saying that, oh, the guy has to be toxic. Like, are you being for real? And then when crap happens, like she said, oh, he's dating like 18 girls or chatting to 18 other girls, and whatever other crap she said. You wonder why? Look at who you're choosing.
I think Western society have conditioned women to believe that men just want their vagina and their looks, that they subconsciously tell them that you don't need to be any more than that. You do not need to have any substance.
No.
And effect and cause, right? So this is what we're seeing now, where women say, well, you want the coochie? That's all I got to bring to the table. And then they do all these promiscuous, sexualize themselves. And when men do what they do, don't sexualize me.
Yeah. Which one is it? Your OnlyFans model, your OnlyFans worker, whatever you want to call it, and then say, don't sexualize me. You're on Instagram, your Instagram model, half naked pictures, twerking, all of that stuff, and then say, don't sexualize me.
And the same women want men, they say they don't need men, but want men to sign up to the subscriptions to fund their bills. Okay.
No, the fact is men do sign up to the subscription,
but they don't need
and
men.
pay their bills.
Yeah.
How else do you get your bills paid? If you wasn't on OnlyFans, what would you be doing? Working in Subway?
Yeah.
What would you be doing?
Yeah, they sit
So you
there.
need that, but this is what annoys me. Just like going back to the other clips as well. This is what is very annoying for me, and I'm sure it must be even more annoying for men. You complain about men ain't ish, men ain't this, men ain't that. But then, just like you said, OnlyFans, for example, how are you making all that money? How are you becoming rich?
The same men that you say ain't ish, that you don't need no men, is the same men that's signed up to your subscriptions, and from the money you're getting from those men, they're paying your bills.
That's what it's very annoying to hear. So I can only imagine how men feel in regards to that.
Those women are sitting there manipulating men out of their money, chatting all this toxic, and they're invoked in the smoke of this toxicity. And for me, I'll say this, man, where did they learn it from? Their mothers, aunties, and grandmothers. They done you wrong. We have a video, mothers and daughters, where you have mothers in competition with their daughters.
Yep.
You got mothers nowadays say, "Raw man, they look. Does me and my daughter look like sisters?"
Yeah,
it's the truth. They're in competition with each other. Women are in direct competition with each other, and front like they got this code, like they're all sisterly code. Like, yeah, we cool, we pally, we good. No, you're not.
Yeah,
no, you're not. You're all trying to get for that top tier man, that top 20% man. You're all lining up for that dude. But then a lot of us, especially in our community, you have poor decisions in men. Then when it doesn't go right for you, you say, "This is look at the dating pool. What am I supposed to do?" It's never your fault.
Nope.
And I see too many of our sisters are like this.
Because
till it's spread out.
That's because
to the rest of the cultures.
Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
That's because women do not like to take accountability for their actions. They don't like to take accountability, full stop. And we have a podcast on that too. Listen, we've got a lot of tagging to do in this podcast, because we have spoken about so many different things in previous podcasts from the stuff we're saying today. And it's very true. They don't like to take accountability for anything that they do, but then complain all the time about things that happen. And they don't want to say, "Oh, it was me, I was wrong, it was my fault." You don't hear that.
And the thing is this, right? It's pushed particularly in the black communities that things that are of external value, that's what they value the most. That's why you hear shorties holler where the ball is at, not where she said it herself. Even sometimes you say something in your head and it sounds cool.
Yeah.
And then you say out loud. Then it's like, ish, like, what was I thinking? She said the dudes that care about her, the dudes that, the ones that were kosher, the ones that kept it 100, the ones that she knew I should have cashed out with. Oh, now she wants to cash out. The ones that she knew she should have gone off with. No, she rather the dudes that don't care about her.
Exactly.
This is their own words.
Yep.
The dude that don't care about her, the ones that just push her to the side, dating other chicks, whatever, you're nothing to me. She says, I got to have him. This is in the black community, and it's just trickled out to the rest of modern women today.
Yep.
And this is what men have to pick from.
Yep. Just like she said, the good guys, with the good guys, it's like, ugh, I don't want that one. Why?
Yeah.
Why? And they say good guys come last.
Many of our sisters, as I said before, they learn too late. They learn 30s and 40s. And I was watching something the other day, and a woman that was 50 something was saying that she believes that obviously it wasn't in this country, right? But she's 50 something, and she believes that she has a 50% chance at 50 something of finding a husband when she was married before. But let's break that down. If 1 in 4 black women get married, so then let's break it down again. If that means 26% of all black women, young and old, will get married. So if you've got 100 people in the room, 26 of them will be married. So she believes that she can go against all odds.
Yeah.
Her own odds, because that's how she feels. She believes she has a 50% chance at the later stage of life.
Plus being married before, you should have stayed with your husband. You was already married. You was already married.
This is why that's why I said I tagged the mother and daughter video.
Yeah.
And your aunties, your mummies, your grandmothers, they led you wrong, man.
Yeah.
They led you wrong. And they won't tell you the truth even now. I bet you the detractors that we will have on this podcast will be the women around 30, 35 saying, how could you, rare. And I said it before. Sometimes they know what man's saying is true, but they're thinking someone in their family that they care about, they know they're that person, and they're thinking, I feel like I'm offending them.
Yeah.
Because it's personal to them. So then they feel like I'm attacking them. We're attacking them. We're not doing that.
No one's
We're
attacking
just
anyone.
having a conversation.
Yeah.
And we're highlighting the truth. That's the last thing I'm going to say on that, man. Do you have anything to add before we go to the last clip and close out?
We're going to head to the next clip.
All right, cool, man. Let's play clip number 4, and then we're going to close out. So without further delay, here's clip number 4.
Man, this girl on me, y'all. When I tell y'all, she just looked at me like 5 times. She is on me. Hey, what's up? Damn, what's up? I see you looking at me. Fine as hell. I can tell by the mouth. What's your name?
Sabrina.
Sabrina, you live around here?
Yeah.
Damn, I just moved out here from Houston.
Oh, I'll have to show you around.
Man, for real, what's your number? Yeah, throw it in there real quick. That's your man or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dude. God damn, she got my phone. Get my phone back. She got my phone back.
What is that?
Hmm?
You just take her phone?
No, I ain't take her phone. This is my phone, bro.
Is that your phone?
This my phone, fam. Don't be walking up on me like that. This my phone, see? Clear as day, bro. You gotta take that up with her, fam.
Why she got your phone?
I mean, take that up with her, fam. Why you asking the man?
What you giving her your phone
Is that
for?
your?
I'm confused.
I got a question. Is that your girl?
Yeah, that's my girl.
Well, y'all should have that communication, and you shouldn't be asking me, pressing me, looking like that.
You can't say nothing? Yo, my nigga, have a good night.
Fam, why you pressing me though? You give me
Ain't
that
nobody
energy
pressing
like I
you.
did
Have a
something
good
wrong.
night.
You have a good
Head
night,
down
fam.
aisle 12, get you some tissue, have a good night.
Fam, you ain't gonna talk to me like that, cause I ain't going.
I'm letting you know. Have a good night, bro. That's
Fam,
it.
hey, I'm letting you know you can have a good night too. Go check your woman, fam.
She's
Don't be
already
walking
been
up
checked,
on
my
me.
nigga. Now I'm letting you know. Have a good night.
Fam, who?
That was the last clip for today. It was funny, but it weren't funny.
Oh my
I
gosh.
have to make light of the situation for entertainment reasons. But
Can I say something quickly?
go on.
Fellas, if you're trying to take another guy's girl, don't do it like that. That was not sly at all.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
I wouldn't advise men to do that.
No, obviously not.
To be honest
but
with you, I'll keep it 100, right? I'll say this first. Fellas, put in the comments. Has this ever been you before? Have you been the guy that was a player, or have you been the boyfriend? And if you're the boyfriend, listen, this happens to the best of us, right? Personally, this hasn't happened to me where I'm out with my girlfriend or a girl and a guy's done. I've been out with a girl or chatting to a girl and dudes on the slide, be like, what are you saying? Kind of thing, but not in that way. So if you in the class that has been the same thing, then you can. But I haven't had it like disrespectfully like that.
yeah.
I'd say maybe in my younger days, a couple of niggas know what I'm talking about, right? Where I remember it was in West Trafalgar Square, and me and my brethren, we picked up, you know the story, but I'll just say it for the audience, right?
Okay.
We picked up a couple of chicks, right? And then
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
all right, little chicks, I'm not gonna nice little hotties, right? And I never had my ish together. I was younger, I was a lot younger, I was in my teens. And then we pulled the girls though, and we was gonna pull them back to the ends. I wasn't living by myself at the time. We were gonna pull them back to the ends and do our thing, right? I never had no car, so we spoke to the chicks, chopped it up. They were good to go because our lyrics were good. Then these dudes pulled up. These dudes pulled up in their car, and they were like, "Yo, what are you saying?" The girls were like, see you later, bye. I didn't feel weak. I just like, raw. I need to step the game up. I won't call my brother's name that was with me. He know what I'm talking about. I send this video to him. He'll laugh. So long story short, the girls went in the car. So in a sense, that kind of did happen to me, but I learned from that. And what I'll say is this, guys, I wouldn't advise doing that because some guys are ready to go to war over a situation like that.
Yep.
In that space where that happened to me and my friend, I wasn't willing to do that because I just met these chicks. And even if it was my girl, I would have accepted that she's for the streets.
Yeah.
But definitely put in the comments if this has been you, whether you being the guy that was the player, the one that was, taking a number, or have you been the boyfriend? So I've just admitted to you that this was possibly me. It's a funny story, right? I'm not going to go too much into it, but it happened to me. But also on the flip side of that, I have been the guy, same thing, supermarket, being in a place, being in an establishment, and I've said, yo, what are you saying? Girls will give me the choosing signal, the come on, and then it's like, raw, I can get a number. She's on this thing, and she was on this thing. But I will say this, right? Free game. Sometimes a woman will give you her number, not because she actually likes you, just because women like to be desired.
Yeah.
So she likes to prove to herself that, yes, I can still command, I can still get men still desire me. Not that she likes me, she just likes to prove to herself I can still get men. Because sometimes when a woman's in a relationship, she doesn't know if she still has it. And women like to feel desired. Women don't want to be loved, they want to be desired. Big difference. Put in the comments, ladies, if you disagree. Tell me your thoughts on that. What do you want to add?
I would say men do the same thing, just differently. They would still
explain that.
Men, when they get to certain ages, they go out on a field to see if they still got it. Do I still have the game? Can I still spit the bars to these women? Can I still get these women?
What category do those men fall in? Are they, remember, there's the 80, 20%. So I'd say the guys that are 20%, look, even if you ain't got bare chicks calling down your phone, if you got it, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, for those guys, they don't worry about that. I'm talking about the 80%. The 20% guys.
We're going to disregard the 80% guy because most women don't want them.
Okay.
So then,
no, I was just saying.
I hear what you're saying, but that 80% guy never got chicks anyway. So then there's no point him saying, oh, let me see if I still got it.
They still do that.
A 20% guy always gets chicks no matter how old he is. It's just that maybe I got to lead a little bit more with my money. You know, maybe I got to lead a little bit more with some merits. But once you got it, you got it. You ain't ever going to lose it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying this is unheard of and men don't lose it. But if you're that guy, you're that guy. It is what it is. Some guys won't understand this. Some guys won't understand why the hell does this dude treat this woman like crap and she just keeps coming back. And if he treat her like that, she's thinking, I'm gone. Negro, please. Because they just don't get it. And that's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't say that guys do it like that. No, I'm going to disagree with that. But put in the comments if what do you think? Do you think some guys like to be desired too? My opinion is no, but that's what you think.
I do think that. I'm not saying it's the majority or anything. I'm just saying I have definitely seen that because it was kind of blatant. Like you're trying to see if you still got it, if you can still, still got the bars.
I think those men were trying to
get those girls. Maybe so.
I think they were trying to
Of course, they was trying to ting. They was trying to ting. But yeah, I think some guys do that as well.
I think going back to this clip, I think that woman had no respect for that guy, first of all. And with some dudes, she saw him as the beta male provider, clearly. Because for her to just be so like whatever about exchanging her number, and the player, yes, he was wrong in regards to doing that. And when I did it myself, I was wrong for that too. But I did do it a lot more discreet than that.
Yeah.
And secondly, it's not me you check. It's your B you check.
Yeah.
Not me.
In regards to that, this is why, as you were saying earlier, it is not a good idea to do this, because the guy was saying, I think you should check your girl on that, which he should have. Just shouting at her saying, oh, you have nothing to say. That's not checking her.
Yeah.
That ain't checking her. But maybe he wants to check her in private. Who knows? We don't know what happened after. But that guy was willing, the boyfriend was willing to clearly go to war with this other guy for this girl. Now, maybe the boyfriend didn't realize that she's clearly for the streets. And maybe this situation had to happen for him to see the light.
Sometimes a lot of us need to go through a learning curve for us to kind of understand female nature, because a lot of us don't get it until some ish happens.
Yeah.
But some of us do go through the ish and still don't learn, because a lot of men have a scarcity mindset. And again, as I said to you, women think collectively and in the best interest of women, even if they don't like each other, because we know deep down women don't like each other, but they pretend they're in secret competition, or I would say direct competition with each other. They can come with that passive stuff, but they're in direct competition with each other, right? But then men think every man for himself, and that's where we go wrong, right? So if I dropped a jewel on a man right now and I said, yo, your chick's for the street, we trying to say about my girl, man? Well, she tried to come on to me, man, I'm your brother, I'm just kind of showing you. A man will blame me.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at his chick. The chick will give him the red flags. I've got bare like guy friends and I'm just blah, blah, blah. And she'll be telling them all kind of stuff. And you say, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This dude is ready to go to war with the dude over this chick.
Yep.
Really? And she did something like that and he didn't even get it?
For me, I'm sorry, it is like maybe judging it from myself. But if I'm the guy and there's a guy sniffing around, it's like, what's going on? What do you want? Why every turn we take, you're behind me, you're behind us? What's that about? Yeah. For me, I would have clocked on a long time ago, to be honest with you, because he only started filming up until a certain point.
Yeah.
And if someone is so close like that, it's like, it's 10 feet. Like,
she was giving him a lot of the choosing signals.
She was.
The thing is this, if I'm out with a woman, no matter where it's at, say, let's say I'm at the gym, right? And then I'm training and I go there with my woman or a female. Nobody don't know the dynamic between me and that woman. They only assume that that's your woman. Fine, whatever. Then if you got dudes will be what it is with this dude. The reason why he came at him like that is because he tried to assert dominance and masculinity. Yeah. Trying to fight kind of caveman. I got to prove my dominance for this woman.
Can I cut you for a second?
Go on.
She is standing there thinking, oh my gosh, I got two guys arguing over me.
Yeah.
That's how the woman thinks of it.
She was doing that because women like to be validated and they like to be desired. And sometimes women in relationships, they like to go back through they like the mysteriousness of who's this guy. That's why a lot of women cheat. You know, women are pretty much cheating at a 50% rate.
As men, yeah.
And I'm talking the 20% because really and truly women cheat more than men because there's more women in the world than men. But I'm just saying that women like to be desired for the most part. And this dude was asserting himself to the other dude, showing the woman that, oh, I'm that guy. And he didn't realize you just look corny doing that. Don't get me wrong. It's a double-edged sword. What I will say is that the other dude shouldn't have did it like that. That's the wrong way to cold approach. I wouldn't do that because at the same time, it is a little bit disrespectful to do it in man's face like that. So I could understand why some dudes may respond in that kind of way.
Yeah.
But if it was me, I would have just checked the girl. I would have, obviously, depending if my man's coming at me in a way, I'd have handled that. But I'm just saying, I would have checked the girl and I would have just continued my shopping. She ain't coming home with me or getting in my car. I would have gone my own way. I would have more than happy gone home, packed her things, and I would have left it there because she's showing me right there and then she's for the streets. If that's not a red flag within itself, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I'll say on that. Guys, if that were you, what would you do if you was ever in that situation? Ladies, have you ever been in a situation with your man, your significant other, right? And you subconsciously or kind of like led the man on and you knew you was doing it just to see like, okay, are these guys gonna kind of, you know, fight over me? Not that you want to get man in a fight, because some women sign men up to fight.
Some women actually do want that.
But just to like, raw, these two guys are fighting over me, so you feel good about yourself. Ladies, has that ever been you? Put in the comments, keep it 100. That's the final thing I'll say on that. What you got to add before we close out?
Yes, I'm just saying, for me, the way she was, okay, we all have eyes. Just like men are, what's the word I'm looking for? Visual.
Men are visual, yeah.
Men are visual. Women, well, we have eyes too. So
Yes.
we like what we like. You may be with your partner and you see a guy, it's like, wow, he's an attractive boy or whatever, right? But the way she done it was very disrespectful. But for me, it's like, how is she so quick to be like, oh yeah, I've just come to the area. Oh yeah, I'll show you around.
Chick was for the streets, man. Keep it 100.
She was just so quick to be like, yeah, oh, can I get your number or whatever? Yep, straight away. Everything was effective immediately.
Yeah.
Effective
And
immediately.
some chicks do that and they don't even actually want the guy. They just do it just to say, can I still do it because someone desires me? That's what they do sometimes. But for me, that's for the streets. I'm not going to get myself into no situation
Don't do it,
over no
fellas.
chick. I'm just going to let it go unless man directly disrespect me. Then I'll have to deal with that. But I'm just saying, and that with me, you can go over right now. I don't want to cock block anybody. She's yours. We share that girl. That's me. That's me.
We share that, girl.
I don't fight over no chick. That's not my thing, man. Come on. Okay, you fight over, come out with that city. I come out with my face all good, nice. And then tutus, I come back in with a black eye or clothes rip up over this chick. And she's just thinking, raw, but they both fought over me, boy.
Me, yeah.
And her with smooth and nice up self to go out the door later on, cheating on me with some next dude when she displayed to me now what she was. She for the streets. Put in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What's your thoughts?
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, people.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back if you was already with us.
Yeah.
For the new subscribers, or if you haven't subscribed yet, you know what to do. Press that button.
Yeah.
And thank you also for watching this podcast.
Yeah. So like, share, and subscribe. That was our thoughts on it. Put in the comments what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? But yeah, man, that's the end of this podcast. I'm S. Banks.
And I'm JD Network.
Peace.